G'day RG Bargy crew, hope you're having a fantastic day today and your family's happy and healthy. Alright, we're going to take a look at Canada. Now, as you can see here, we don't have Canada installed on the map. Basically all I've got here at the moment in this is the base map and coast to coast, which is over here, and Reforma, which is down here, Mexico. But this is for people that want to put Canada into the map and maybe a little extra. Woohoo! So ProMods Canada normally is around this area here. They've now included the island that's off to the left here, which is Vancouver Island, I think they call it. And so they've increased the scope of their Canada ProMods and includes that. But what we're looking for is trying to get some more of Canada here with the mod called Western Canada. And we're also going to throw in a few extra bits and pieces to give it even more area that it covers. So stick around and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So keep this in mind, steer this in your memory, however big the map is here, and I'll add a few mods and we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like with the mods that I've added. Okay, so here we are back now, and I've added ProMods Canada to the map so we can see what ProMods Canada adds. And as you can see here, this is the ProMods Canada section. Extremely well detailed, and yeah, performance-wise quite good. It doesn't impact the performance of the game very much at all. But as you can see, this is the new section that they've added, the ProMods Vancouver Island section. And this is what it is normally in here. But like I say, since the update, they've added in this area here. So even though it looks like it's only a very minor piece of Canada that it adds, again, like I say, it is extremely detailed, and performance-wise, it's great. And I love driving through here, and hats off to ProMods for the work that they do. So that's the extra bit that it adds. Now we'll add another map and show you what extra we get. Okay, so now we're back again, and this time we've added some extra regions to Canada. So if we go up here, you will see now how much extra we have. So this was ProMods Canada section, and now we've added Western Canada, and it runs all the way up through to, and I tuck. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't think I did. So through Dawson City, etc., down through Port Clements, all the way over to Sundance, Yellowknife, all the way over here to Prairie, whatever that is, Biscuit, around this area, and this is all Western Canada. So now we've got the ProMods Canada and Western Canada. It goes all the way up through here. So as you can see, it adds so much more. It almost doubles the map in size. Or, sorry, maybe 1.5 times the normal size of the map with this extra bit here. But wait, I know you want more. So we'll get more. How's that sound? I'll show you how to place these mods and what order to put them in after we've finished exploring, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's take a look at the next map that I'm going to add to it. Okay, so once again, we're back. This time, whoops, we'll take a look at what's been added. Okay, so again, here is ProMods Canada, Western Canada, but now, if we go across here, remembering what you saw, look at the extra here. This is Discover North America, which adds in this part of Canada, all through here. So as you can see, it adds all these new roads. So you've got, now, instead of just this bit here, you now have all this. You now also have up through here to Princess Catherine. You've got through to St. John. You've got all the way up through to that place. toy place, tuck toy, whatever it is, tuck toy or tuck. I don't know how to pronounce it. But as you can see, it adds heaps more. But as an added bonus, I'll show you what you can do with a paid mod. These are all free mods. These are all free mods that you can get off of Trucky. I'm not going to leave links to them because you can go over to Trucky and search for them. So what you want to search for is the only one you can't get off Trucky, of course, is ProMods. You'll have to go to ProMods to get that. But Western Canada is in Trucky, and so is DNA. But you'll need to get another road connection to connect a few things up, and I'll show you that in a tick. But as you can see, you get quite a bit. And now with an extra paid mod, and there is an actual free mod that can do this too, but I'm going to go with the paid mod because that's what I use. And I'll show you some extra stuff as well. So here we go. Okay, and here we are back again. And as you can see, back to the base map, we've got ProMods Canada, Western Canada, DNA, or Discover North America, all the way up through here. And now what we've got extra, if we look up through here, we've got road connections going from Western Canada all the way up through here, through to Fairbanks, Cantwell, Valdez, etc., through here, Homer, all the way up through Coalfoot, all the way up to Prudhoe Bay. So you've got Alaska now joined in. All the roads are connecting. Everything works. I haven't found any faults with any of it. So as you can see, the normal base map is a roughly this size here. Forgetting parts here, this isn't. But your normal base map is this size. And now it is all through here. This is if for all the Canada fans. We get all Canada area and Alaska down through here. So what we'll do now that you've seen it all and can see exactly how much more traveling you can do through Canada and Alaska now, I'll show you how to put them in and what order they should be in. We'll be right back when we get to the mods section. Okay, so here we are in the mod manager, and if you go over here to your active mods, we're not going to worry about my mods that are above the maps because they're just the standard mods that I use. We're just looking at the mods that we're using for this map for Canada, and we'll start down the bottom here. You're looking at Alaska. If you're going to be using Alaska North to the Future, you'll want Alaska North to the Future down the bottom here. Then you'll have your coast to coast, your reformer. By the way, most of these things, apart from Alaska North to the Future, can be downloaded from Trucky. So your coast to coast is on Trucky, and all your Western Canada stuff is Trucky, and DNA is Trucky. So I'm not going to worry about putting links to it. You just simply go over to Trucky and type in the search bar coast to coast, you'll find it. Type in the search bar Discover North America, etc., etc. So it's quite easy to find them on Trucky and download them. Okay, so again, like I say, Alaska North to the Future, then you'll go coast to coast, Reformer, the other maps compatibility, and if you're going to have Reformer, you must have this in it or the game will crash. Then we go into Discover North America. Then we'll go to Western Canada Expansion. Then we go Western Canada Alaska North to the Future Connections. And then we go Western Canada DNA plus C2C connections. And again, these can be found in Trucky, so you can download them directly. Then we have the ProMods stuff. This stuff has to be downloaded from ProMods. Again, all you've got to do is go over to ProMods and you'll find ProMods Canada there, and you can download it through there. The ProMods Canada Convoy mode, this is on Steam. Again, quite easy, free get. And then we have our Western Canada ProMods Canada connections at the top. Alright, so again, if you're not going to be using Alaska North of the Future, just simply remove that and that. And then you don't have to worry about it. And yeah, so remove Alaska and that if you're not going to use Alaska, and it will still work fine. And that's basically it. let me see, was there anything else I had to tell you about that? No, that's it. All right. Again, if you're not going to use any of them, just make sure you remove whatever it is. If you're not going to use Reform, remove all of these four. You're not going to use Coast to Coast, remove Coast to Coast, and they'll still work. Just make sure you keep them in that same order. All right. Same with ProMods. If you're not going to use that, remove anything to do with ProMods, and it'll still work. But if you want the exact same map that I've got, this is the order: Alaska, Coast to Coast, Reformer Gear, Discover North America, the Western Canada expansion, the Alaska connection, the DNA and C2C connections, ProMods, the convoy mode support, and then the ProMods Canada connections for Western Canada. All right, so here we are again back in the map. And if you're used to the base map now, you'll get a real good idea of the scope, the magnitude of the extra mileage that it uses or acreage that it includes. So we're all up through here. Discover North America, we're up through here, Western Canada, ProMods Canada, and then Alaska North of the Future, all the way up through here. We've also got up through to Princess Catherine. So you've got ferry connections to get here, and they all work. Again, like I say, everything's been checked, and everything works. St. John's, Labrador City, you get the idea. Coast to coast, around here, and Reformer down here. So that's what you'll be getting, and it's quite simple, quite easy. It doesn't glitch, it doesn't crash, as long as you put everything in that order that I gave you before, and you should be sweet. So hopefully that explains everything for you, and you Canada fans will be quite happy with all this extra stuff. Now, this is a work in progress, to let you know. This is a work in progress, so it's not heavily detailed, but I'm guessing that these guys, as we go into the future, will add more detail to this map. Discover North America is a bit more detailed in its scope. So again, as that progresses too, I think that will get even better. But like I say, don't expect great detail in Western Canada. It's, you know, it is what it is at the moment. It's a work in progress. But so was ProMods Canada when it first started out. It had very small detail and whatnot. Now it's highly detailed. Again, it's a smaller map, so they've got a lot less to work on. But these guys seem to be really doing some good stuff with all through here. North of the Future is highly detailed. So that's not a problem up through here. But again, like I say, don't expect too much detail, but it's still a great map. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that, people. If you did, give me the thumbs up. If you didn't, give me the thumbs down. One thing else to remember, as you've got these extra maps, when you're loading, it will take a lot longer to load. Maybe not a lot longer, but a bit longer. So don't despair, be patient, and it will load, and away you go. If it doesn't load and it crashes, it means that you've possibly got something in the wrong order. Anyway, like I say, hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.